This episode of Dr. Drew After Dark is brought to you by Candid, and I'll tell you a little more about them later. Now, let's get on with the show. Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey, buddy. It's Dr. Drew After Dark. Happy New Year, everyone. And as a special gift to you all to start out the new year, we're going to give you a clip show, some of our favorite clips, our favorite guests, and our favorite questions. I'm actually really excited about this show, so I appreciate you being here again. We appreciate the support of the fans. It's been a great year last year. 2020 is going to be even more amazing if I know things around here at your mom's house. Also, do check out drdrew.com. Everything is there. Other podcasts that I do, like Adam and Drew and Dr. Drew podcast, and drdrew.tv, where we do a weekly streaming show. If you want to be part of interacting with me there, you can check it out at drdrew.tv. First up, let's bring the great Tom Segura out. Let's bring the brainchild behind the whole Your Mom's House operation. I get Christina in here too, don't you worry. This is where the famous T-shirt came from. Enjoy. Yeah, your wife asked me, speaking of put another finger in, her first thing was to go down this Brown Talk path.
Yeah.
I guess that's what, right? Next stop was Brown Talk,
Yep.
like right off the top. And she was like asking, what the diameter, what the, circumference should be of what goes up the shitter.
Wait, what should go up there?
Yeah.
Huh.
And what do you think? What's the biggest circumference?
I don't understand the question. You're saying, what is
I said the okay sign. What's the diameter?
of the biggest thing?
Yeah, what's a healthy thing to go up?
Anybody's or someone in particular?
The average person, not Terry or somebody like that.
Yeah,
An experienced person.
I would think. I'd rely on you. As the doctor
I
to.
said the okay sign.
I know, but I would think that most people could handle more than that.
Could handle it, but may not be healthy.
Double anal happens all the time.
It does. Right? Yeah.
And then there's triple anal for like the real Hall of Famers, like the first ballots.
Yes.
But I guess okay is a decent
funny.
choice.
We treated Mary Carey on Celebrity Rehab.
Did she have a fuck sleeve?
No, but she, she was a porn star and stuff. She's an alcoholic, and they had this on the original cut, and they at VH1 took it. And she's talking to me and my nurse. She was crying about how this is hard. She wouldn't choose to do this with people, and she was like, I wouldn't choose to put 3 penises in my ass. And we're all like,
whoa.
Wouldn't choose.
Is it hard in those moments? Like, I'm not talking about Mary specifically, but when you're sitting with someone and they, maybe you just started treating them and they start saying some wild shit like that.
It isn't, because it's always in the context of pain.
Right.
And they're hurting because of it. Sometimes you wonder how you don't laugh, because some of the things they say are out of control.
Outrageous.
Out of control. But in the setting of pain, no.
I saw this lady who had a prolapsed anus, rectum.
Very common.
Very common?
Very common, yeah.
In just in life, in general?
Well, there's a whole genre of porn, prolapse porn.
Really?
You don't know this?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, my God.
I saw that there was a lady who had done a number of films, and she had a prolapsed anus.
They call it the rosebud or something?
Yeah, it fell out like a sleeve.
Yes, a sleeve, right.
And then she would, she continued to work in the industry, and it would fall out during her shoots.
So my former Loveline companion, Mike Cathwood, sends me these horrible videos with that stuff on it all the time. He's fascinated by it. He's like, can't get enough.
Why do you think he loves it so much?
He says it's because he's just so fascinated that somebody would let that happen to themselves, then take pictures of it. And it is pretty weird.
Yeah.
And in my world, I just look at those videos and I think that's a surgery. A big surgery,
yeah.
You don't just you got to go in and repair the whole setup down there. It's a major surgery.
So you shouldn't be doing double anals.
Should not be doing double anal. Should not be prolapsing your anus. Tom.
Why don't you put that message out there more?
I'm doing it now. That's why we're doing this show.
How about your first shirt? You shouldn't be doing double anal. And then signed Dr. Drew.
I think, I'm not sure it should be that, or you shouldn't be prolapsing your anus.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't prolapse your anus.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's happening to me? What happened to my life? Are you sure this is going to be okay?
It's going to be great.
See? Well, also, as I promised, the real brains behind this, Christina P., she was on the very first episode of Dr. Drew After Dark. And she introduced me to Cool Uncle Terry and his sex toy, what should we call it? His tutorial. Check it out. And this is segment 2 where we look at the crazy clips from your mom's house. So let's get right to it.
Hi there guys, it's Pete again, and I'm here to do a little video. I wanted to use this butt vibrating toy that I bought, this new one, and I thought I'd try that in, and then I also wanted to try this double-ended fuck sleeve that has these like massive bullets in them.
Bullets? Like vibrating bullets or something?
Yeah, he and a buddy.
Why did you call it, during the break, Christina, you called him Terry.
Right, that's the name that we've given him. I don't feel he's born a Pete. He looks more like a Terry.
He
if you
does look
at
like
him.
a Terry.
Yeah, he's not Pete.
Yeah, Jim comes to mind too. Or
Sure.
something. Yeah, but not Pete.
But first I'm going to try and get this in my butt, and then turn it on, and it's even got this cool little remote control, and let's just see what happens, okay?
Oh, what do you think?
It's got a nice texture to it. I think it'll be easy to go in. It's got a nice built-in cock ring, which I thought was kind of cool.
Do I have to hear that?
Right.
Ah!
Right.
Oh my God.
What part do you like the best?
The sound.
Of the
Whatever that was, I
Yeah.
did not need to hear that.
I know, I feel the same way.
No, you don't. You brought me
No,
here to
look
hear
at his
it.
face. Watch his face. Don't
It
look
does have
away.
kind of a good
Look at
size
him.
head on it. So it may take me a minute.
He's got to look to the other way.
What's he doing?
He's
Get it
putting
in.
stuff in his
I
butt.
haven't had anything in my butt since my last butt toy video.
Here's stop this. My fascination with this guy is he
Yeah.
believes he's doing a community service.
Thank you.
This is like,
Thank you.
Oh, here I am trying out this new Porsche 911. Everybody,
Right.
It's like, oh, and today I'm putting a butt plug in too. I was like,
Right.
I'm just a product analyst.
Right. He's like, well, I'm just making a chicken cutlet
Now,
today. Like, no biggie.
On one hand, I'm like, good on you for
Right.
sexual practices and taking care of yourself and stuff. But I'm so freaking creeped out. I almost want to. I can't stand it.
Well, thank you for saying that because
Because Tom liked it.
loves this guy.
Oh my God.
This is Tom's new
Okay,
BFF.
just so we know, cancel Tom as a guest. I can't handle it. I cannot handle it. I can't handle
Well,
it.
can we talk about Terry in terms of what you just said? What is going on here? Is it a healthy sexuality?
No, I believe that he is a serious loner. Like if he's going to have sex at all, it's going to be with a prostitute.
Wow.
And what I'm trying to figure out is gay or straight. I can't figure that out. I'm not sure.
No.
Because I think he's all over the place. It's one of those guys.
Pansexual, if you're whatever.
Every sexual, whatever. But I think the only people that he's having sex with is prostitutes. That's my better strip club or something.
Now,
So to me, I get sad when I see guys like this because I think this is like his only way of like relating, and this is his way of having connection with people. And sorry,
so accurate.
Yeah.
Now, how many things can you put in your butt medically? Like, what's the limit to things you should be putting in your butt? I cannot be. It's not like the vagina. It's not as
No, it's
stretchy.
not meant for that. The vagina is meant for a baby's head.
Yes.
It is designed for that. You've
Don't
been
I know it.
through that. And it goes back to normal again, more or less,
close
pretty
enough,
much. Pretty much. I mean, compared to if you did that to an anus,
Correct.
where things would tear, the muscles would tear. So, I mean, it's designed for stool, and even those, there's a little limit to how much the diameter of that should be. Let's say about the OK sign.
Is the right amount for your browns?
The OK sign is the limit.
I mean,
you didn't say the
girth. You're saying for a brown
I
should
think
be.
the OK sign about it. I think the OK sign. I think the OK sign.
So if it's any larger than the OK,
What is brown talk? I have not been
we're
included.
in it right now.
That's what I thought. Okay.
We're doing it right now.
Okay, thank you.
So you're saying that anything going into your bum should probably be
Either way, I think what comes in
Yeah.
and goes out should be about the same thing. I don't think there should be a difference necessarily.
Sure.
I think the OK sign is about, and you can test the limits of the human experience. I know many do.
Oh, yeah.
But just understand, I think the OK sign is about where it is.
Okay.
And nobody accused me of making any kind of racial whatever. But as soon as you
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know the people make accusations every time somebody has an OK sign?
No.
Or a 3-point shot. You're a racial supremacist or something.
Jesus, no, I'm not even.
I'm not even. The only thing I know politically anymore about myself is I'm not a racist.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what else I am yet. And I'm lost in politics, but I know I'm not a racist. I know that.
No,
So,
I didn't think you were.
But I'm not racially perfect. I have to watch myself all the time. You know what I
Really?
mean?
We feel.
I think all of us do. I think
your biases.
I think all of us have to like. If there
check
are,
your privilege, Dr. Drew.
checking my privilege. I've been studying the history of the Civil War, both the lead up and the aftermath lately, and it's helped me with some of my blind spots.
Really?
Yeah, I think we all have blind spots, and we owe it to our countrymen, our peers, that have not been treated properly. That we study that.
That's very accurate. I, however, am so self-obsessed. I don't even,
Well, you're a comedian, so I'm not going to be able to have this conversation with anybody anymore.
There's other people?
Yeah, I know. What
are
is
you
that about
talking about?
comedians that they're all like that?
Well, I think because we're so messed up. I'm just trying to get through the day and take care of my kids. You know what I mean?
We'll get this.
Yeah,
in there.
yeah,
Let's go
sure,
more
sure,
videos.
sure.
Are we done with Terry? I think enough
I don't
Terry.
know.
I mean, we have more if you want.
Terry, I want to see somebody else.
Do you wanna see the
Bring
finale?
Terry back for Tom.
All right,
All right.
All right. Well, we'll
The
find
finale?
Tom's.
Well, it's
Tom's
Tom,
reaction.
look, it's Tom's favorite video, so the finale is for Tom.
Oh, no, please do. Actually, I'm sorry, but please bring the last bit of this clip. Just pull it
'Cause you
up
wanna
and
ask
let
me
him.
questions
Yeah,
about
I
it?
do want to see what he's talking about.
I'm gonna try out the sleeve now. And like I said, I'm really kind of disappointed that this won't be vibrating too, but I think with this thing going off in my butt,
Disappointed?
it's gonna be okay. And this has some really weird knobbies on the inside there.
Ew.
Oops.
It looks like a monster from like Alien or something. This movie.
It's
Yeah. The mouth of
Open
Alien.
in one end.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. Wow.
Ow, huh?
Pretty tight. I
Okay.
wasn't expecting that. Oh, yeah. Damn it. Oh, fuck it. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Ah!
That's the worst part.
God
He likes
damn
it. He likes it or doesn't like it.
He likes it.
Damn it. So I think that's what you call a ruined orgasm because I didn't want to come and it felt really good and that thing buzzing my butt just sent me off and I wasn't expecting it. So I want to try this again with
He
the
ruined his
vibrators.
orgasm. I ruined my soul.
I know.
Thank you for
I
that.
know, and how
Why do I have
trauma-
to see that? At least I'm with Tom, knowing that it's some special moment for him, that he loves it. It would be
know.
meaningful. You're just torturing me with
I
that.
know.
Here are some reactions for you to analyze.
Okay.
There's no end to how many cool guys are out there.
All right, I'll tell you. Yeah.
They do.
Hi there,
Cool
guys.
shit.
It's Pete again, and I'm here to do a little video.
No.
I wanted to use this butt vibrating toy that I bought, this new one, and
I got
thought
it.
I'd try
I
it.
got it. I've
I
seen it.
wanted to try this
Enough.
double-ended.
Damn it, Blue Band. He's stroking his hog
No,
as he's talking.
it's gotta be
It's
Christina's
so
reaction.
annoying.
Is Christina's reaction there? Oh, there we go. Here we are.
Listen to them.
Stop.
I used it, of course, and then I went to
No.
look, and they didn't send any batteries.
What's his
So
hand
bad.
doing?
I don't want it. Stop the damn video.
This
I
is my
cannot.
reaction.
But
Thank you. You were tortured by your husband. You tortured me.
I'm sure that's gonna
How does that work? Is that the way this works?
It's got
And
this
he's
cool-
getting the last laugh.
I'm going to
built-in
vomit.
cock ring.
Me
I'm going to
too.
vomit. Always.
I'm gonna vomit too.
I know, but I wanted to ask you about the ruined orgasm. So
He
does
just
that
means
happen in real life?
Men like to, delay as much as they can,
Okay.
and then it's, do it on their own terms.
So it's just a premature. He's just saying.
just not. It got away from him. The orgasm that got away.
Oh, poor Terry.
Oh my God.
Boo hoodle hoo.
What is next? See, again. Now, a little later in the season, episode 21, the great Jamie Kennedy came in, and, I had to introduce him to the one and only Robert Paul Champagne. Jamie Kennedy, RPC. Jamie, this is a gentleman that I was exposed to on your mom's house. And he actually, I'll introduce him first, then I'll show you his personal Instagram message to me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what we got, we could show you the original clip that we all fell in love with, and then some new stuff that you've never seen before.
I've never seen?
Yeah, and we would love your diagnosis.
Oh my God. Same guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right, here we go. So this is the introduction to Robert.
Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at $23.95, if you want to move in, you can move in, but you gotta fuck me. I need to be fucked a lot, man. Get free food, free rent, and everything else, man. Here's the deal, man. Men from jail, homeless, or you're a thug, you want to come move in, your friend can move with you too, man. Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. piss on me, beat me, home me now. You see me when I come over today and try it out, man. If you're in my building, try it out. You want to fucking piss on me, try it out. Seriously, probably only as fuck, man. I'm looking for hardcore guys that mean it, want to do it, and I want to deliver it. I'm a hot white trash. Come dumb, let's fuck.
So that's the original video.
So there's T-shirts now that I want you to wear. It says "Try it out." Now that you've been indoctrinated to Robert. And
no, you gotta help him.
okay, that's what my impression was too. I was.
No, it starts funny and then it goes.
That's how I felt. I felt sad.
No,
right?
he's poor guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can get fucked, Robert. You can, but he's like pissed at me,
Well,
shit in my eyeball.
So here he
Clearly,
is.
Robert.
Here he is on an Instagram that I've not seen yet. Right.
So Drew, so this is the new stuff. Ever since like we refound his profile, he's just been going wild on Instagram Live. And so this is us capturing one of his latest broadcasts. We review this on YMH by the time this episode drops.
And I like the way the opening little volley on this is. If you look at the scroll, can you say Bert is fat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. What is that?
Bart is fat.
Oh.
Okay, Bart is fat. Okay. Okay, so, like I said, if I was in the slave days, man, and then those niggas tie me up, put tits on a clam, went for tits, man. Yeah, smacking my fucking ass, using me.
He's got fat fanny.
You know what I'm saying? Picking that cotton. Yeah, whipping my fucking ass. Yeah. Milking me. Oh, fucking A, man. That'd be fucking hot, man. Being a fucking slave to hot nigga dick, man, being used. Yep.
So Drew, are you catching that he wants to go back to the times of the slaves so that they could piss on him and beat him? Is that how that works?
I don't even know if we're allowed to have this conversation.
I don't either.
I'm dead serious.
I'm
dead serious. Like, let's
move
not.
on. Let's
like,
move on.
Like, delete. We need like a cosign.
I'm with Jamie on this.
This isn't the craziest stuff yet, though. I think Drew wants to see it because that's
But
definitely.
wait, how do we go from tell me why you got into comedy to piss on me, shit in my face? Dude, give me a trigger warning.
It's just it's what you call a transition,
H.
Jamie. I told you.
Fuck me. I'm looking for people to fuck me, throw up in my asshole, piss in my eyes, blind me with urine, fuck my fucking. Take a taco shell, crumple it, shove it up my ass. Give me fucking so good. Dude, clearly this poor guy, dude. Help him. This is not fucking funny.
I know.
Dude, we understand. This has gone beyond fetish now. Dude, take him down to Cedars.
He's not local.
You need.
I don't think.
Bro.
Yeah. And then put the crackers of the world.
Oh,
I'm home now.
this is where it's like, it's sad.
But
Now, there's an example of what. This is where Jamie knows. Now, that's where Jamie and Drew argument. That's damaged.
yes.
He's a damaged guy.
Yes, but
that's clearly.
well, I think you need to.
But a girl walking down the street, it's Birmingham Rhino, might just have cash flow problems.
It could be.
So let us know if this part specifically is what's the most
They
damaged.
really want us to watch
Guys,
this. I don't know
want
what's
to get
coming.
in trouble.
Hot ass, hot throat.
It's 20.
Yep.
What is that?
What do you think's in that cup?
Oh my God!
Piss.
Oh, don't do it.
is
Don't
piss.
you do it. Don't. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't worry, we blurred it.
No! No! Why? Why?
No!
Why? You didn't blur that?
Oh my God!
He's just drinking apple juice, man.
And the piss, and I'm gonna get fucked.
Dude.
You have to do piss again. More piss.
Don't do it. Don't. Oh, Jesus God. That's a double dose of PP. Dude.
So,
what
Jamie, I
are
feel
we
bonded to
doing?
you having gotten through this together. Really, seriously, this is like traumatic.
Bro.
Yeah, bro
This
is
is
right.
make anyone on Celebrity Rehab look kind of well adjusted.
Oh, yeah. So, all right, we cannot judge
No.
whatever he's into. He's entitled. However, it made me sad at first because he seemed so desperate and alone and sad and was
Yes.
asking to be abused.
Yeah, you want it to be abused. That's that. If you
Now-
want to drink pee,
Yeah.
it's not my thing, but I do feel if I see the damage, I feel bad.
Yes. Although
I don't know
he has
how.
a response to me saying he was damaged.
Oh, let's see it.
He
God, I'm
responds.
scared.
No,
I'm
no,
scared.
this is not a scary part. But
No,
he
let me pull that up.
he has an opinion about me saying that maybe there's something
and
up.
you're gonna say, he's gonna say, I got a fat fanny, and then it's all gonna come.
No, I think it's something about the taco that you were talking about. No,
I don't even get this.
It was
so
on
this
Easter.
is a guy that loves you. This is a fan
This
of
is
the
a-
podcast.
This
What
is a
is
guy.
this?
How was he found originally?
Someone sent in his profile, and then it was just so crazy that we played it once.
And Tom thought he was a cool guy.
Oh, I mean, this is the pioneer of the Cool Guys Club.
Right. This is
You can
he's
tell
the
that, right?
cool guy.
Yeah, and so this
know
message
that.
specifically for Drew is Easter themed.
He was on Easter, and somebody told him that I was talking about him.
Right.
Oh,
So.
all right.
Dr. Drew, what was Dr. Drew saying about me? Yeah, probably negative. Well, I couldn't get it by Dr. Drew. Because Dr. Drew to me is a fucking moron. I was never molested kid. I'm not unhappy. I'm not I got a brain, okay? Very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. I don't think Dr. Drew can compare to my brain. Only Dr. Drew compared to is a goddamn fucking chicken head. That's like Colonel Sanders. He reminds me of Colonel Sanders with the virus.
Dude,
Hey, Dr. Drew, you hear that? You remind me of a Colonel Sanders with a virus. Go, please, Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, talk about yourself.
Wait.
See, he has no problems. He's a happy, adjusted.
The greatest revelation is that you're a Colonel Sanders without the beard. He's not totally wrong.
Without the beard and with a virus, though, a throat virus of some type. So he's pretty astute. We got it nailed.
Hold on. Let's go back.
Hey, I need to put on a fake beard and be the new Colonel Sanders.
Dude,
That's
should.
what I should do.
You should.
Did
Dude,
you do it? One of them? No.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
Dude, wait a minute. Dude, there's so much going on. Hold on. See, I got PTSD. Hold on. This dude. Here's what I love about the guy. First of all, there's no stereotype about him.
Right.
He's like,
they threw the mold away.
He's like, piss on me, shit in my eye. And he's not, there's nothing effeminate about him. You know what I mean?
Did he have a southern accent a little bit?
like that, and then he got a little there. He's like,
Yeah.
Dr. Drew, you don't know me.
Right.
But look, I mean, I don't know. I will say though that there's a deeper conversation. He might have something happen to him that he doesn't know because he's blacked it out.
Could be.
Which I
may not be anything we can do about that.
You hit me up to that too.
Yes, maybe he's had somebody slap him on the ass, tell me he had a fat fanny.
Yeah.
But he's living his life, la vida loco.
Yeah,
he's doing what he wants.
He's living his life. I mean, but there's got to be. There has to be. What is it when, on a serious note? I know I'm trying to make it serious. When
Good luck with that.
people want to be
Abused.
yeah, I kind of know. I know what it is. I kind of know what you're gonna say, but I want to hear from you.
It's a whole spectrum, right? Some people it's nothing, and some people it's a traumatic reenactment
Okay.
of some sort of something.
And it's somewhere in from
And
there. On the
he's-
Kinsey scale. It's there.
Yeah, it
Okay.
can go either way.
All right.
And I would never. I don't know. Certainly not judging or objecting to people doing even whatever this guy's into, but he might re-traumatize himself. He might get himself in some bad situations. You know what I mean? Things can,
Oh, yeah.
can happen. So, and he seems so desperate and sad that when I first saw him.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you something right now. You're
Yeah.
going to not agree with it. He didn't seem that sad.
Not the
He seemed
later
like he's
stuff.
having a good time.
Yeah, not the later
He
stuff.
had a nice cold glass
No,
of
no.
piss.
Yeah,
Drank that.
I'm not sure.
Followed
it was-
up with another
Jamie,
ice cold glass of
hey,
piss.
Jamie, I'm not sure it was cold.
All right, whatever.
I'm just saying.
He was.
No, you saw him refill that.
Yeah, he refilled it. It's
He
warm.
refilled it.
Nice warm glass.
He sat naked. He seemed like he didn't have any restrictions. He had the bunny ears on, so he's festive. I don't think he was having a terrible day. I mean,
Remember when you guys said you want me to come back on YMH and talk about doing this show and whether I still think it was a good idea? I'm reconsidering the whole thing.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah, you love it, Drew.
And then in episode 3, early in the season, we got heavy and deep fast with the great Bobby Lee. And boy, Bobby told me some hair-raising stories about his using days. And let's just take a look back at Bobby and his talk about sobriety and comedy. You are a party, Bobby.
Yeah.
And so how did you find sobriety?
Well, what happened was I was just obviously missing a lot of school. I stole like 15 grand from my parents' safe, and I bought a bunch of drugs and stuff, and I ran away from home.
Okay, well, that's a opiate move. So you're taking some painkillers?
Yeah. And then that's very.
I know this disease. Inside and out.
Inside and out. Yeah. And I had already been the last time I went to rehab. I already been to 2 places, and this third time, I came home and my parents I ran away from home, but I came home to get a change of clothing. And my parents' cars were in the driveways, but I knew how to get in the house. And then when I got in the house, my mom was on my bed crying, and I punched her a bunch of times. Like it was really fucked up.
Were you just out of your head?
That was out of my mind. Yeah, I was on a meth binge.
I was saying, it sounds like meth.
Yeah.
Opiate.
And then my mom forced me into her car to drive me to school for some fucking reason.
Whoa.
Right? And I jumped out of the car while it was driving, and then I ran down this field. And my mom had this red Mustang, and she was like
driving on the field.
Yeah, driving on the field to find. It was really a disaster, and I fell on a pothole, a hole. I fell on the ground, and then something happened to me, dude. I had a spiritual awakening.
Right in that pothole.
I had what they say a moment of clarity.
Yeah. And how did that speak to you? What were the kinds of thoughts you were having at that moment?
The only thing, it wasn't a thought though. It was more of a feeling of warmth and a feeling of hope that I've never had before in my life before that. That for some reason everything was going to be okay, right? But I knew that I had to get sober.
Well, oftentimes, in the kind of situation you're describing, people will have the initial thought would be, this is not supposed to be my life. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Was it that? Yeah.
It was that, and it was also, would have little thoughts like when I used to there's a friend of mine, I used to go to his house, and we used to smoke pot in high school. And one day I was smoking pot with him, and we had missed school, and he looked at me and goes, dude, we're going to be doing this for the rest of our lives.
Is he still?
I don't know. I lost contact with him from high school, but I looked at him, and it struck me in the heart.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Well, interesting. Usually those moments of clarity follow some sort of novel interpersonal experience. Usually it's with a new kind of person, usually a sober person. This is the first time I've heard of a drug addict getting through to another drug addict. It's pretty good.
Because he's kind of scared me. Like, this is not what I want.
And maybe he was having his moment of clarity right then and there.
That could have been the case too. Yeah. So anyway, I went to my mom picked me up.
Well, now you're treatable. At that moment, you're treatable.
Right, and I went to this place called the McDonald Center in La Jolla. But here's another second thing that happened that was a God shot. Not, when I say God, I don't mean
it's something. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what.
For the average person, that's a shorthand for something magical was happening in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was open to it too.
Yeah.
And I had a bad day at treatment, and I did.
What does that mean?
I woke up, when you first have that spiritual awakening, you're on a pink cloud, right? So
the negativity came in.
Right. And then one day I was in treatment and the alcoholism and the negativity and all the brain stuff started kicking in.
So again, for people that may not know how that works, in this disease of addiction, you see negativity everywhere, you blame everything. It's your brain's way of trying to get you to go use.
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I also was trying to get out of the place.
Well, that's
right.
Because the feeling, whenever the feeling is for opiate, you were coming off opiates.
More, but at that point, no, I had already gone through that detox.
Okay, because opiate withdrawal, the part no one ever talks about is there's a sense of desperation. Desperation is that's the most uncomfortable part of the withdrawal. And in response to that desperation, addicts think, I got to get out of here. But if you're not coming off opiates, the I got to get out of here is your brain going use.
Yeah. And I did an outburst. I said, hey, to the counselor and some kids, I go, there are no Koreans.
Oh, that's why I need to get out of here. Racist.
Right? No, that was my point of view.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
There are no Koreans in sobriety or any of the meetings I go to. Right? We aren't supposed to be here. Whatever. I did that fucking thing. Right?
I love it.
And they were a little, taken aback about my little explosion.
Yeah.
But something happened the next day. Mm-hmm. I got a knock on the door, and when the counselor goes, there's someone in the lobby to see you. I go, who is it? They go, just come out in the lobby and meet him. And I came out in the lobby, and there stood before me a Korean man
Oh.
with long white hair down to his like shoulders.
A sensei.
Right, he had tattoos to his wrist.
Nice.
And he stood there. He looked like a character from Mortal Kombat.
Yes, yes.
And he stood there like this, right?
Did he
And-
speak to you in Korean?
No, he didn't know Korean.
Do you know Korean?
A little bit.
Okay.
He was adopted when he was 11.
Wow.
And he did maybe a little Korean, but he never spoke to me.
I just think it'd be much cooler if he
Yeah,
did.
yeah, whatever. And he looked at me and he goes, "I Dan." I go, "You're Dan?" He goes, "I your sponsor."
Oh.
And
So they went and got a temporary sponsor for you.
Oh, but this dude had a lot of time.
Yeah. Oh, no, they know what they're doing. Listen,
This dude was hardcore, bro.
I'm telling you, that's a good program you were in. 'Cause
It was, yeah, yeah.
And then
So
set
then
you
what
up.
happened? I got out, right? And I would say shit like, because I was kicked out of school for so many times that the school, my high school was like, "You're not going to graduate with everybody." And Dan goes, "You are." I go, "How?" "You're going to do 0 period. You're going to do lunch period. You're going to do night school. You're going to do a school on Sunday to catch up." Plus, he had me do like 9 meetings a week.
Wow.
Plus, I had to go to school.
And you did it.
I did it all.
Okay. That speaks to your moment of clarity, because if somebody hasn't had that and you try to get them to do that, no way.
Right.
No way.
I was willing to do anything
Right.
it took
Well, that's
to
when-
stay alive.
That's right. And that's what people say when they're really ready. They go, "I'll do anything." You go, "Okay, ready? Anything?"
Yeah.
Here we go.
But can I just say this is that I know this about myself. I can't take a lot of spiritual pain. I can take emotional pain. I can take physical pain for years. But when it comes to my soul, right, I have a window of 2 years of using, and then I can hit bottom again. There's just something about
You're depleted.
I'm depleted.
You've depleted.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get desperate, right?
Yeah.
So then, because of Dan and because of that regiment that he had me on, immediately I would go to he would go with his sponsor and stuff. We would go to like spiritual retreats as a junior in high school to go to like a monastery and
Wow.
learn about meditation, learn about silence. You know what I mean? Learn about like living
Man,
in the moment.
You're so lucky.
Dude, you're learning life skills back then. Like I learned the power now, like Eckhart Tolle shit, back when I was a junior in high school. Like this is the kind of shit that I was educated to. So I was so lucky in that way. But I have to say that I was willing.
Yeah.
You have to be willing.
It's sort of more than willing.
Yeah.
Willing to do whatever it
Whatever
takes.
it
Yeah,
takes.
so good for you, man.
So this is what happened. So then when I graduated from high school, like with everyone else, he did it for me, right?
Yep.
And then I immersed myself in recovery. So I stayed at home and I did a living amends to my parents.
Wow.
So I would work at their store for free. I was there, like I would,
Did they have any idea what was going on?
They did.
They were like,
because they took the classes as well.
Okay.
And they did the best they could as
Yeah.
Korean parents. And
did your dad get sober?
No,
No. Yeah.
he didn't. But
That's his journey.
that's his journey. And I don't know, man. To me, it was like a cultural thing or something, but he didn't. But he didn't become violent, right? He stopped hitting my mom and people in the house. But that was something that just didn't happen for him.
Good.
He's
Well,
still alive, but yeah.
But he changed in a very positive way. And that's what usually happens when somebody makes a big shift. Everyone's got to come along in some fashion.
But here's the thing. Here's how I think. So I went to this recovery McDonald's, which was in La Jolla. So check this out. When I lived at home for a couple years, but when I did move out, I moved to La Jolla because that's where all the kids I went to rehab with.
Yeah.
That's where
Your
all
home
my
meetings
meetings
were.
were.
Yeah.
And I would
Sure.
go outside of La Jolla
Sure.
as well.
Sure.
But then now check this out. By being in La Jolla, I got jobs in La Jolla, which is like working at a coffee shop right next to the Comedy Store.
And did you immediately think, I wonder if I could do that?
No.
Or just by working there, you started hearing about it?
No, just I was working at this coffee shop.
Yeah.
I was living working next to the Comedy Store. And when that coffee shop closed, they had a help wanted sign there.
Oh my gosh.
So I went next door to get a job, and the manager gave me a job there as a barback. Then by being there, right, I was able to watch open mic nights. This is in 1994,
Wow.
right?
Yep.
I thought to myself, you should try.
Did you fall in love with it in any way, or just sort of?
No, but I was at a meeting, and I spoke at a men's meeting, North Park Men's, and after the meeting, I crushed. Like it was
crushed
like
at the comedy show.
No, at the meeting.
At the meeting, okay, yeah.
Right at the meeting,
Yeah.
I crushed it.
Yeah,
I wasn't even meaning to be funny.
yeah,
It just people were like dying laughing.
yeah.
And then afterwards, a man that I never saw before or after, older man, came up to me and goes, "You should do comedy." I go, "Why?" He's like, "There's something about you that's really just intrinsically funny."
And he was a ghost, right?
He was like, and I honestly, I never saw him before or after, right? So then when like 6 months later, when the Comedy Store closed, I mean the coffee shop closed, and the Comedy Store got me a job. I got a job there.
You were thinking.
It was already now a seed was planted, and then so in my mind, and I know people probably don't believe in stuff like this, but in my mind, it's all a part of this like the Bobby Lee plan.
And then we thought we'd share with you episode number 8, where the one and only Andy Dick showed up and started actually doing a cameo while we were recording this show. And of course, it's not just Andy, the one and only Andy Dick, it's Andy and his slide whistle. Take a look. Did you drive in from Palm Springs for this?
No,
Okay.
I haven't made the official move. I moved all my stuff out there, but I haven't slept over in my apartment yet.
It's time to do that.
No, probably tomorrow. Hey, can we do a cameo before we go?
All right, let's do a cameo.
Okay.
Oh, there's your daughter right there on the
I know.
screensaver.
Can you? Well, you can't see it now, but she's laughing her ass off because she posted a picture of me and her, and it's just a 77. She told everyone that it was my birthday. It was my
77th
birthday. And then I was 77, and people believed it. They're like, "Oh my god, he looks good for 77."
Let it
I'm
ride.
53. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I was really mad, but then it was so funny.
It is funny.
77. And kids believe it. We just look old to them.
That's right. Just after a certain age, it's just old. I know.
77, everyone believed
53,
it.
77, what the hell's the difference?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, here, watch this. There's 3 of them, but we're only going to do
Okay.
one.
What's going on there? Oh, you didn't upload that one.
Oh, I didn't.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Well,
How do you keep track of all these?
now we have to wait. That one didn't go through, I don't think.
We'll just do another one. Here we go.
Okay.
This is to Jordan. No.
It's that,
This
yeah,
to
it
Cody.
is. It's for Cody Veal, who just had a baby boy, and will you congratulate him and give him some advice that we can both do
okay,
that?
okay.
Okay. So
Here we
I'm
go.
gonna just go. I dive right in. Hi, Cody. This is from your friend Jordan Pardue. I'm Andy Dick. This is Dr. Drew. You're getting a double boom, boom, whammy.
Congratulations on the baby.
He likes to get right to it.
Let's do it.
Congratulations. And we do have some advice for you. But first, let me do the celebratory. Congratulations.
How did it sound when the baby
song.
came out?
Oh, it like this.
There you go. It's about what it sounds like when a baby's born.
Popped right out.
Congratulations again. Life will be different from now on. Do not plan on sleeping very much.
I'm just doing background music.
Okay. Don't get lots of help. Do not hold back. This is true. This is advice for everybody. Generally, if you're having a kid, early on, get people from the gene pool to help you out. More help, the better. It'll save everything.
Yes. Get some help. Yeah, it's better when you live near your in-laws.
Yes.
Yes. Live near your in-laws and let them do it. Don't be afraid to. We wouldn't let people babysit.
And look, let's not leave the wife out of this. The mom. Congratulations to her too.
Yeah, you did all the goddamn work, and it's a little baby boy.
Bye, Cody.
Bye, Cody
Jordan.
Veal.
See how that works?
Yeah, very
Just like that.
I dive right. There we are.
This has been strange, Andy. And then Seth Green, old friend, very kindly came in here, and we got into it. We mixed it up a little bit on the homeless crisis here in Southern California particularly, but it's gotten way worse since he and I had this conversation on episode 20. I saw your spot on news the other day on the danger LA is facing and thought you needed more time to explain the seriousness. Will you give just a little more time on the After Dark show?
It's about homelessness?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's gotten crazy.
It's out of control.
It is.
It is.
I've been doing a lot of work with homeless organizations in LA for a long time, and it's never been
like this.
What do you? My armchair philosophy is that the there was such a boom over the last 20 years of new developments, but all of those developments are in consideration of
this isn't a housing problem.
High income.
This isn't a housing problem.
It's not.
No.
What is
That's a hoax. That's a hoax being perpetrated by the government here locally.
That
they need to stop.
That there isn't because it seems
of
like,
course we have housing expense issues, but we just absorbed 1 million illegal undocumented immigrants without a home, without a country, without a job, without a penny. We absorbed them. They found a place to live. It's a hoax. So it's a mental health crisis and addiction crisis, full on. So it's Prop 47, Prop 57. So people came out of the prisons, and people that had mental illness that shouldn't have been in prison in the first place, frankly, ended up on the streets. And then because we made drugs legal essentially in California, all my people are here. My patients came by the tens of thousands.
Wow.
And so the drug users are here now because they don't get hassled. And if you're a drug addict and you know it's warm and you don't get hassled, and by the way, you can steal and not even get hit for a misdemeanor. You can steal $950 a day and not be hit for anything. Just get a ticket.
How do you consider what is stealing $950? That sounds so specific.
It's new Prop 47, 57 laws, which is they took all these felonies and they made them misdemeanors, including stealing up to nearly $1,000 a day.
I see.
So if you have a habit of $1,000 a week, you're fine. You just steal a couple things or stand out in front of the freeway and
I've been seeing just tent cities everywhere.
It's out of control. It's everywhere. But here's my concern. I feel horrible for these people on the streets, and I can't abide by it. And the fact that the government is continuing to hoax us about it being a housing problem. Yes, we have a housing problem. It's a separate issue. We have a mental health crisis in this city. And what concerns me is the people go, why are you so concerned now? There's one word, rats. Have you seen what's happened with the rats? We have like 12 million rats in Los Angeles now. And the last time we had more than 2 million, plague broke out. Plague is endemic in the area. So we have typhus, right? And so I knew typhus would break out. It broke out last summer. It's coming this summer. Make sure you control your pet's fleas. It's sort of a downer to get into this, but let me finish it. Plague, if 2% of the rat population harbors plague, humans will get plague. Wow. And that's all we need and with the millions of rats we have here, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Hopefully it won't be bad, but typhus is going to be bad. If measles gets into this population, this is a not medically well, not properly immunized group. Measles will rip through. Tuberculosis is breaking out like crazy. Non-tuberculous AFB is breaking out. And we had typhoid fever 2 weeks ago. I mean, it's profound what could happen here. And we've had 1,000 die so far this year. How many have to die before? I mean, they're tarps. You see the tarps around? There's homeless people dead. When's the city going to drop their hoax and start really, really helping people? It's unconscionable.
What do we do?
Well, there's a couple things. I just found out today the fire chief has the opportunity to bring up something called I wrote it down. It's like a hazard, like a imminent hazard, like a catastrophe plan. He can do that. I'm trying to get behind the qualified immunity of the politicians so we can go after them for reckless negligence, which they are. They're recklessly negligent.
And what does that mean?
They are engaged in behavior and clinging to policies that are directly harming human beings, causing death directly. And I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I'm sick of it. I wake up every day freaked out about it. So, and I, as a physician that's practiced in so many decades in this area, I kind of know how infectious disease work here.
Yeah.
I see what's coming. I literally feel like I'm on a railroad track and this bridge is out. And I'm like, the bridge is out. And I'm getting the finger from the conductor. That's what I feel like. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait about a month. And if this thing ramps up, I'm going to slowly put pressure on the fire chief to see if he would be willing to call it an emergency.
Yeah.
If enough people die. I mean, how many have to die? Think about that.
Jesus.
And by the way, the other thing we can do is expand Lanternum and Petrus. You know, we have this act that back in the 60s, when people needed treatment, they got treatment. It was called need for care. And
right.
That's it. They got care. Well, that resulted in some excesses, right? Psychiatry was doing lobotomies and Thorazine and things. That's not going to happen anymore. But because of those excesses, we decided that need for care is no longer a criteria. You must be imminent harm to self or other. There's a giant distance there.
Yeah.
We could fill in with other things like difficulty meeting your medical needs, difficulty meeting your nutritional needs. You know, if you have areas where if you had dementia and these things were happening to you and people didn't help you, you'd be inhuman. But because psychiatric illnesses cause the same symptoms, you can't touch that. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's really a mess.
Well, this has always been an area of interest in mine, especially because when I first came to California, it seemed like there were so many homeless people. And back when they were developing the geodesic dome cities, I got really involved with that project.
Was that Ted Hayes?
Yeah.
Yes, Ted Hayes. So I'm talking to Ted regularly. We're trying to figure something out.
Well, because it has always been, or at least until I believed the housing hoax, I've always understood that it's as simple as people having some kind of medical or mental concern, them not being able to pay for their medicine, them not being able to stay employed, and them not being able to keep their house. And then once you're on the street, it's nearly impossible to recover. So part of what I got involved in with the most was the transitional housing and the job training.
There are people that need that for sure.
Yeah.
Those aren't the ones that are going to die in the street.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are in trouble. They're transient. They're using sources. And there's a lot of those people.
The reason
they need help, and
there's
a lot of help out there for them.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that you've got an ally. If there's any way that I can help,
well,
this is such a real
part
close to home issue.
They keep pointing at that population. I'm like, yes, that population needs our help, but we are helping them. The piece that's emergent are the people that are talking to themselves, shooting up heroin, shooting up meth, and languishing on the streets. You see them.
Yeah.
They're not going back to work, and they're not going to be able to pay rent.
No,
that's not going to happen.
And
ever.
the average person standing on the side of the freeway with a sign is still physically caring for themselves somehow, you know? Like the average person, they seem like they've got you don't see people truly run down and degraded the way that...
There's no food problem.
Yeah.
Food isn't the problem, because the rats are... That's why we have the rat problem, because the food is all cast out onto the street and stuff. Really, it's complicated. It's not complicated. It's actually simple. Expand Lantrum and Petrus, expand conservatorship, and let's start helping get these people treated, and let's get them back to living.
Where's that start? Is it at the mayoral level? Is
the mayor has to start talking about it as what it is, which is a mental health crisis and an addiction crisis. And we're probably gonna have to enforce drug laws, because you have to motivate drug addicts to get better. And how else are you gonna motivate them? And so all I know is they're gonna die if we don't. They're going to die. These are not static disorders. They're progressive disorders.
Yeah.
And they're going to die. And so I can't live with that. I can't live in a city where people just allow people to die on the streets.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific.
It's unbelievable. I'm glad you're doing the piece you're doing, because there are people that need those services like crazy.
But at the same time, if you want to offline this with me, I'd love to talk to you about ways that we can do something.
Sorry, guys in the back. I hear you're not laughing at this one, so it's all right.
No. This is great.
It was an email. It was a legitimate email. But I'm overcome thinking about this all the time. And of course, they're all my people I know how to take care of. I've to take care of these populations for years and years and years. And I see it, and I see what's happening, and I know what it is. And it's insulting to have our government officials insist it's a housing problem. There's a housing problem.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And there's massive need for what you've been working on, the transitional housing and the job. Fantastic. But people are doing that. That part we're getting that part. This part of the really seriously ill that don't want help and refuse help and refuse housing and are at risk for getting infectious diseases.
And growing by the thousands all the time.
And progressing. That's the part they go, well, if they want to live in the street, you're committing them to death. That's okay with you? Not okay with me. And then finally, I wanted to share with you on episode 30 my favorite reaction to my favorite clip. We had Bert and his lovely wife, Leanne, in here. And just take a look.
Two bears.
Two bears,
one
cave.
Don't trust them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was insane.
Two bears, one cave.
Two bears, one cave.
Speaking of a cave, the producers would like to share this video with you from your mom's house. Your buddy exposed me to this. I showed Jen Kirkman. She almost vomited.
What is that?
That's a cesspool.
What?
Yes. Oh, yes. This is somebody's fetish.
Oh my God.
And he found some hair in there.
I'm going to throw up.
Look, he found some hair. There he is.
Is he eating it?
Oh, hold on. It gets better.
I'm not watching this.
Come on, Bert.
I don't know what's wrong with Tom.
Look at this hair he found. Oh, where is it? What, forget. Oh, there it is. What big clumps.
This is awful. Oh my God. I can't watch it.
I'm not even watching it. I'm not even watching it.
That's awful.
My eyes are closed.
Oh my God.
Stop it. Turn it
Oh,
off.
he put hair on
in his hand.
Shut the fuck up,
Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Shut up! I gotta get it.
Oh no.
That's fucking disgusting. I wasn't even looking at it.
Stop. What is wrong with Tom and Christina?
I don't know what's wrong with him.
What is wrong with them?
Why doesn't anyone notice Tom's behavior? Isn't this alarming to anybody?
Yes, I'm with you.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Well, they've always been a little obsessed with making brown.
I know.
We know this.
No, I get it.
Oh my god, that was awful. I can't believe you got it.
How can you have a child and enjoy that? This episode is brought to you by Extra. Hey guys, you ever go into a cesspool in a fucking dominatrix mask and look for hair? And then want to show it to your friends and go, hey, what do you guys do this weekend? And your friend starts throwing up, well, give them a piece of Extra.
Oh my god.
That was bad.
So what is wrong with our friends?
I have no fucking idea.
Right?
I can't, the stuff that Tom finds interesting, I just go like.
I tried to figure. I'm gonna throw up here. Like it's coming like right
Awful,
to here.
right?
It's like,
Me too. It's just hovering.
They last time I was on with them, I need some extra too. Can I have some?
Definitely.
Will it help with this?
Tonight.
I am. I may have PTSD from that.
Ugh.
I think I'm gonna be getting flashbacks.
What is the gum gonna do? Is it gonna help me?
I
Tom
can't eat
likes
the gum.
watching things that you can't forget about.
But
I won't soon forget that. That was disgusting.
But he has glee in it. He finds glee.
He's shown me stuff that I think about twice a day.
Yeah.
And I just go, ugh.
He showed when I first came on the podcast. They showed me people that were being killed.
What?
And thought it was funny. Take a little break to tell you about our sponsor, Candid. And if you're not happy with your smile, tired of feeling self-conscious, why not make this the year you straighten your teeth with Candid? I'm a big fan of these mechanisms. Candid delivers clear aligners directly to you and straightens your teeth for 65% less than braces. This is technology, everybody. Unlike braces, Candid has clear aligners that are comfortable, removable, and invisible. So you can transform your smile without anyone noticing a thing. Plus, you never have to set foot in a doctor's office or a waiting room. Your treatment is prescribed remotely by a licensed orthodontist, and Candid delivers everything you need right to your door. Unlike other companies, Candid only works with orthodontists, never general dentist. This means that your treatment is designed by an expert in tooth movement. It's different. With 20 years of experience on average, each of these orthodontists. Looking ahead to wedding season or a special event with Candid, the average treatment is about 6 months. You'll start seeing results way before them. Learn more about Candid's process and get a complimentary 3D scan of your teeth at Candid Studio near you. It is the simplest, freest way to get started. So, are you ready to take the first step towards straighter teeth? For a limited time, you can get started with $75 off by using the code DRDREW at candidco.com. Again, candidco.com/Dr. Drew. That is candidco.com/Dr. Drew. Use code Dr. Drew for $75 off at candidco.com/Dr. Drew. Code Dr. Drew. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, now we want to share with you some of our favorite voicemail questions from last year. And this is an all-star lineup. Kelsey Cook, Ryan Sickler, Andrew Santino, Duncan Trussell, Taylor Tomlinson, Pete Holmes, Chris Hardwick, Mark Norman. I mean, it was a privilege to work with all these people this year, but here are some of the favorite moments with them and my favorite voice messages. Stretching your dong. Loving the show so far. Keep up the good work.
You mean like stretching it before a workout or after a run?
We'll see.
Okay.
I had a question about natural penis enlargement. I'm 28 years old. Would you hear about that big billionaire that died on the table? Getting his penis enlarged?
No.
Yeah, that happened recently.
What?
In Europe. I don't remember. I just saw it as a headline that seemed to be
were they putting like a stack of gold coins in it?
Typically they do this thing where they break the suspensory ligament and they pull it forward. You actually have to wear weights on your penis.
A lot of dong trauma
afterwards.
in this episode. A lot of dong trauma.
And they pull down the skin of the penis and then they sew in cadaver tissue and then they pull up the skin again. So you get length and girth. That's
my God. So there's like dead person penis in your
penis is fairly average size, roughly 5.5 inches. I've seen videos and done research about penis enlargement that doesn't have anything to do with consuming pills. What I found is that a series of somewhat gentle stretches over a series of several months, that penis growth can happen over time. It consists of grabbing the base of your flaccid penis with one hand. This has a name. I forget what it's called. Someone's going to look at a penis growth, grabbing and pulling. Pressure and running up to the tip for about 7 seconds at a time, repeating it about 20 times.
It's not called taffying?
No, it's essentially turn your penis into a piece of taffy. That's it should be called taffying. Thank you, Chris.
If I put cadaver tissue into my penis, is it going to want to eat brains all the time?
Here's the thing. Are you gonna have? Well, I'm telling you, have me. Are you gonna do another Walking Dead thing coming up?
We're gonna do a Walking Dog.
Okay, well, don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't have me on that. Who knows where it will go? Let's see. Exercise, penile size stretching. What does it say the name it is? It's got a name. It's got a name like felching or something. It's got a crazy name like that.
I think there's a consumption element in felching. If my grade school
I know it's
Urban
not
Dictionary
it's not No. Well, no. Peyronie's disease is the curvature. You do not treat Peyronie's. Jelking, that's what it's called. Jelking.
Jelking?
See, I told you it was like
Josh Potter,
felching.
the expert, just told us.
Thank you. Jelking.
That sounds like something in like a Dr. Scholl product.
None of this stuff really works. I mean, maybe you get a 1/4 inch or something, but think about it. What you want to enlarge are the cavernous bodies that are inside the penis, not the soft tissue around the cavernous bodies. And those things can't really be enlarged. You know what I mean? Maybe a little stretch on them. That's about it. So your penis has these two spongy.
Someone's going to freeze frame that and Photoshop the shit out of what you were just doing. Yeah, exactly.
Spongy device.
You're just giving them ammo, Drew.
Trust me, they use it.
You were just making a face and they put a picture. But if you're double fisting in front of your mouth, what do you think's going to happen?
Here it goes. Do not double anal. But where was I? So these things don't enlarge really, the cavernous bodies, and you can maybe stretch them a little bit, but you're not really going to, and it's not going to really do
anything. And the surgery is dangerous? Like a guy died?
Yeah, there are people doing. Did you see the documentary about John Wayne?
No.
The guy that got his penis cut off by his wife.
John Bobbitt?
Johnny Bobbitt.
No, I didn't see the documentary.
It's a really good documentary about the wife and really what she's doing now. It's called Lorena Bobbitt.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't realize, had a penis enlargement years after his penis got reattached.
Oh.
And that got botched. And that doctor who said he did 1,500 of them or something lost his license. So
God, that guy just had a rough go with
somebody.
his...
We did a show on Discovery Health years ago, and I scrubbed in on one of those enlargement procedures just to see what he was doing. Learn to use what you got. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't sound awesome.
It is not awesome. Not awesome.
Hey, Mommy Drew. It's Christian.
Mommy?
So a little while ago, I had surgery on my asshole because after church camp, it began to hurt. And it turns out I had a hemorrhoid and a fistula.
Oh.
I ended up having multiple surgeries on it. They put a Ceton in it. And about 4 months ago, the Ceton just kind of fucking popped in my ass while I was eating Christmas dinner. I don't know what to do about this. I've asked my doctor, and I never got a reply from him.
Wait, what?
I've consulted other doctors and haven't gotten replies from him either.
I like the way he's cracking his own shit up, just asking us a question. I didn't quite... What popped in his ass?
His Ceton.
Ceton?
I don't know. A Ceton popped in his ass.
Maybe it means the hemorrhoid?
I don't know. It's some kind of... It could be anything. It sounds like honestly, it sounds like some kind of alien technology.
Maybe that's it.
It's like something that you would find in a pyramid. It's like the Sphinx would be filled with Cetons.
The Sphinx's sphincter Ceton.
The asshole of the Sphinx is also filled with pop Cetons.
Oh my God. So hemorrhoids common, right? And the fistula is a little different. Did he say fissure or fistula?
He said fistula.
Fistulas are associated with things like Crohn's disease. Fistula is like a little... comes out of the lining, like the wall of the colon or rectum, tunnels out to the surface. And things like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease are the things that cause that. So I'd be very, very worried about that. I think that's what he's talking about. Like maybe it was an abscess or something that burst. I don't know what a Ceton is. So, but absolutely, get back. You need to see a colorectal surgeon is what you need to do. I'm certain it took care of that fistula and the hemorrhoids, but these are no bueno, and I'm worried you have some other inflammatory bowel disease. So let's look into this.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name is Nicole. I'm calling in from Connecticut, and really
1% of the 1%.
help me resolve this debate on the mystery of squirting. My husband, myself, and some of our friends have had about a month-long discussion about it.
Oh, God.
And we still really can't come to a conclusion.
Throw yourself in a ravine is the
squirting
conclusion.
a real thing, first of all? Is it urine? Is it actual cum? Is it a combination of the both? Can it be learned, or are you naturally born with this amazing ability? We have to know. Please answer our question. Thank you.
See, how boring is Connecticut?
I think this woman
that you're talking about this for a month.
This is a cool.
Give it a Google.
She's a cool gal married to a cool guy.
Get the fuck out of my fucking face with this fucking question.
Well, I'm gonna answer it. May I?
I'm gonna answer it.
Go ahead.
Squirting's a real thing, but clearly you can learn it because girls in porn are definitely putting something in there and contracting and shooting.
Well, that's
it
urine.
out.
That's urine.
That's
they do in
urine.
porn. Yeah. And
it's urine always. I thought they could
in porn.
use a baster
In
and
porn.
just put anything in there.
All right. So
now you
All right. So urine.
You'll notice that this conversation is going to take less than a month.
There's something called female orgasmic incontinence, right? And that's urine. Some people mistake that for squirting. Some people feel like it's squirting. We do not judge. Actual female ejaculate is usually a thicker material. It's usually something that just some people do and not everybody does. And it's just one of those God-given traits. And there are people out there that claim you can sort of train somebody through stimulating certain tissue, the floor of the vagina or the roof of the vagina. I'm not so convinced of it. Urologists have looked at it. They look at it mostly as urine, but there are clearly people that have something else going on. And women that I've over the years interviewed who do have this magical trait, they will often say sometimes it's separate from orgasmic function even. It's
Oh,
not
really?
necessarily along with it, yeah. So there you go. That's our answer. Do we have any more?
It's a rumor started
I
by
knew we'd get Pete
the rubber sheet
upset.
company.
We'd get Pete upset before it's all
It just
over.
bothered me that people spent more than one night talking about that. A month, 30 days.
Cool dude.
How boring is life? And you're like, all right, day 20.
They think you're boring.
Could it be pee?
Talking about all that spiritual gobbledygook.
That's true. I'm into soul squirting.
Enough said.
Dr. Drew, Kevin from Boston.
Hi, Kevin.
Big fan of the podcast. Big question on my mind. Sometimes during sex, not masturbation, after I come, my muscles in my hands and my lips tighten up and stiffen, where my resting hands are fingers together, pointed out, stiff, and my lips are like puckered. It'll die out after like 5-10 minutes. I asked my doctor; he had no idea. Help me out.
Okay, that
So he
kind
comes
of
and he's
thing-
going,
Yeah.
like Woody. Oh, goodness.
Looks a little more Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Was it good for you? Oh, you're still asleep.
So, two things.
Yeah.
One is hyperventilation. So you might be watch your breathing. You don't have to hyperventilate much to get cramps in the muscles in the hands.
Isn't it crazy that even just breathing techniques, like you talk about operatic singers or Broadway stars, but even for
Sex.
lovemaking, like
normal dude having sex,
you need to have some sort of a pattern and rhythm going.
Breath control.
Yeah, breath control.
Because if you breathe one more time per minute than you need, you're really unloading a lot of CO2.
Yeah.
And it can lead to things like numbness and tingling around your hands,
Yeah.
and cramps in
Yeah.
your mouth, and cramps in your hands. Also, sometimes some people are prone to muscle spasm. That's just them.
Sure.
That's just certain people are very athletic often are that way. And just cramping the muscle precipitates a sustained cramp. So also try to relax.
Also, what positions are they dabbling in that maybe could be causing some of this muscle strain? You know, maybe just go back to the basic missionary doggy. You know?
Are we looking at the liabilities of anal sex again here? Is that what you're
I mean,
saying?
dude, it sounds like we might be.
Here's one for you, Ryan. It's called Good Morning, Julia. My problem is after my husband and I have sex, he falls asleep immediately, even if he's just woken up. However, I get energy. I feel like I just did a bump, and I stay awake for hours. You can imagine how frustrating and hard this is. Is there a reason why we have such different physical responses to sex, or a way to change it? She goes up, he goes to sleep.
I mean, that's pretty much biological, isn't it?
That is biological.
I mean,
that is normal.
That's 100% normal.
It is 100% normal. Women get a noradrenergic surge. Men get a serotonergic surge. So men get stimulant, men get sleep and hungry. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
sleep and hungry.
I do. Yeah, okay, good. That is normal to get hungry
and
like
women,
that.
that's why some guys like to have sex at night before they go to bed. Women, like that's disruptive to their sleep. They can't go to sleep.
Well, I'll have sex with it. I'll bring a mini tramp.
Huh?
They can exercise. When
Oh,
I'm done.
I see a trampoline.
Just
Nice.
get working out.
Okay. I've had a weird phenomenon lately. I'll randomly get super nauseous so much that I'll run to the bathroom to puke, but then it turns just out that I just have to sneeze and it goes away. It's called puke sneezes is the title to this. This has happened several times. I actually threw up once from it. I have pretty much constant allergies. I live in Oklahoma. I'm not pregnant, but could it be hormonal? I'm using an IUD. Could it be related? No, I don't think this is hormonal. I don't think. It is weird. She feels like she wants to vomit and then she sneezes. Okay. So what's the matter, right? You don't like the show?
First of all, sneezes feel fantastic.
They
So
do.
the fact that you get that nauseous, watery mouth, shit, but the payoff is a sneeze, I'll trade that any fucking day.
All right. As opposed to throwing up.
Yeah, power vomiting.
So sneezing happens when the vessel is dilated in the what's called the Kieselbox plexus. In the middle of your
the
nose.
Kieselbox plexus.
Yeah, and that can happen from like sexual arousal. It can also happen from nausea near vomiting, right? You get and then the sneezing. I don't know why the sneezing would relieve the nausea.
So there's no vomit. It's not sneeze vomit.
I'm more concerned why she's nauseous periodically. I guess that could be the IUD. I mean, people do get weird. If it's a progesterone impregnated IUD, people do get weird side effects from that. But I definitely would talk to a doctor about the nausea. The sneezing kind of makes sense to me. Let's get a voice message.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My dick, when I'm erect, hugs my stomach. Like, it curves all the way up and, like, hugs my stomach. Like, there's not just, like, a random curve. Like, it literally starts at the base and it just, like, is close to my stomach. And I've noticed in, like, porn that looks like regular dicks are just, like, hard and straight out, like a missile. Is my dick fucked up? Did I jerk off too much or something?
No.
And, like, pull it too close to me?
No.
Or am I normal and there's a lot of people with curved dicks?
It's not even the curve, because curve you worry across the sweep of the penis. This is the suspensory ligament has him pulled up tight.
But also, who jerks off this way towards them? That's that would be a weird way to always. Do I jerk off too?
Yeah, but he loved his penis so much you want to bring it close.
Yeah, he hugged it. Like,
that's right.
I saw a commercial just today, seriously, for men who have curvature in their penis, and they say it's
Peyronie's disease.
Peyronie, right? And they're trying to fix it.
It's an operation.
But why? What's wrong with a curved dick?
There's some curves that are okay, and a little curve is normal. But if it can progress, and it happens kind of quickly too with Peyronie's, and it can be very painful for the partners.
I'm sorry, Peyronie's just sounds like a good Italian place on the west side.
It's in Cacacas.
Cacamo.
Cacamo.
Come to Peyronie's and Cacamo. You get your dick bent and you get an Italian salmon. I think that's weird that people like. I have a straight dick.
It's like plumb line.
It's honestly, I measure stuff when I'm putting up stuff at the house.
Of course, yeah.
But I have a few buddies that have shown me their crooked penis.
That's nice of them.
Yeah. If you have good enough friends, you always show them your cock.
Of course.
And I never thought anything. I didn't think it was an issue, but now I feel like people talk about it now like it's a bad thing.
Well, it's not a bad thing. It can cause pain with erection and pain with intercourse.
Oh, wow.
The partners complains, particularly downward curve is the most painful.
But upward curve is a good thing, right?
Upward curve is pretty useful, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
But side and down to people sometimes, and it progress. It can get quite intense.
You can have a hook dick.
You can have that hockey pace.
You got to fuck them from the side.
You accommodate.
Yeah,
you work what you got.
I mean, you just got to figure it out.
Yeah. It's just geometry.
Listen, I work with everything that I've got. I'm not driving a fucking yacht. I got a little dinghy, but it's whatever. It still floats.
We make it work. Here's one last email. I've been dating my girlfriend for 3.5 years. She is significantly younger, 7 years. Had a few boyfriends before me, but was a virgin when we began dating. I've had about a dozen sexual partners. Been successful experiences, most of them. She wanted to wait until she was married, but after dating 3 years, she decided she was ready. We've been having oral sex pretty much since we started dating. I've tried many forms of stimulation, helped pick out vibrators, encourage her to explore herself, maybe some form of therapy due to her anxiety. I try to be supportive, but it's frustrating not be able to have your partner have an orgasm.
Oh my
So
God.
this is a common thing.
Yeah.
And if she's young, she will have an orgasm eventually. That will happen.
Does it say how old she is?
It doesn't. It says she's younger. If she's in her teens or early 20s, that's not uncommon for some women to have really difficulty achieving orgasm.
Yeah.
You want to give any Worldly advice as a female?
In my younger relationships, I remember like I would orgasm, but it wasn't, I know that as I got older and I figured out more like what felt good for me, then I would be able to come I come really easily now. Like I can.
With intercourse or with oral sex?
Both.
Both, which is a very relatively small percentage of women.
Easier in intercourse or masturbating than through oral sex.
Interesting.
But
can you have multiple orgasms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I usually have multiple throughout.
Okay,
Yeah.
so women that can orgasm with intercourse often can have multiple, and
Yeah.
some that have multiple find oral sex very unpleasant. So the more multiple you come, the more the oral sex becomes unpleasant. But that's a very small percentage. Most women cannot orgasm with intercourse
Yeah.
and require oral sex or some kind of direct stimulation.
Interesting.
That's most.
I honestly can usually have about 10 in.
You're pissing people off now.
I'm sorry. I'm just bragging a little bit. I'm sorry. But I don't but oral is not a go-to for me. Like to be done to me, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. So if you get more that way, that's sort of the alchemy of all this.
Huh. I did not know that.
But this woman is not going to have an orgasm with intercourse ever. That's not going to happen for her. When she does have an orgasm, it's going to be through some sort of direct stimulation. My bet is you're trying too hard. It makes her anxious. You're probably overstimulating. You have to be a little much more gentle. You might want to read on the topic. But don't put all the heat on her. It will. It will come around. So.
We just bought sex toys for the first time in our relationship. I have never owned a sex toy because the first time, I've talked about this before on podcasts, the first time I tried masturbating, I used my mom's handheld manicure tool as a dildo, and I didn't know I was allergic to latex, and my vagina swelled shut and I had to go to the emergency room. So I, for 10 years, was traumatized, didn't want to do anything, and just recently bought a vibrator and all this stuff. I'm like, this is amazing. But for a long time I was terrified.
Did I hear you have a IBS too?
I do. Yes. Did you hear the shitting in a box story?
I did hear that story.
Thanks. My glories on the internet.
You have to listen to the podcast. You don't share it here.
The masturbation story is on YouTube with This Is Not Happening on Comedy Central.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So now everything's good. Everything's good in your marriage and stuff. Everything's
great.
Out, so.
Yeah, we've been married for 3 months now. Recently married. But we have an open relationship, which I don't know if that has anything to do with my parents' divorce and all of what my perspective is now on that.
So you're fearful of overcommitting?
I think I'm fearful to think that for sure only one person could make me happy for the rest of my life. And I don't know if that has to do with divorce or just this generation. I think it's a little bit more, aware and looking around going, the divorce rate's really high. I would like for this to work out for the rest of my life, but I also think a big reason why sometimes marriages don't is because people put a lot of pressure on one person being it forever and not having any other experiences.
When kids get involved, it's a little more important to create stability.
Sure, yeah, I get that.
And you got to realize there are armies of people trying to help two people have a relationship. When you bring more people in, it gets
yes, yeah,
very complicated. And plus, it's really hard to predict what feelings are going to emerge.
I agree.
When you're intimate with other people, and so it puts things at risk.
Yeah,
fine. But if you have kids, you don't want to take that risk.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. We still don't know if we want to have kids, but if we do, I get how that maybe would not continue the open part. But I'm young and he's young, and I met him really young too. I met him a lot younger than I anticipated meeting somebody I wanted to be this serious with, and so I like having the arrangement we have. But
do you get jealous if he's with somebody else?
We don't talk about it. We don't share. So that's kind of the big part.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell. Yeah, because we don't do it. We don't want to.
It works so well for the military.
Yeah.
So well. It's good to adopt that.
Thank you. It's really smart. We don't want to make each other jealous. We don't want to cause either person pain. It's just more if you want to be able to have an experience that isn't going to negatively impact our relationship, then, do your thing.
You just never know, though.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. And no, you don't worry about STIs or anything. Everybody's...
we've just told each other, if you're going to do something, be safe and wear a condom. I'm sure that does make more of a risk, but I don't know.
That's I feel like I'm your high school sex ed teacher now. That's where the risk comes from. It does not make more of a risk because you have no risk if you're not doing that. It makes
true.
the risk.
Yes. There's a risk. Yes.
Hey, Dr. Drew. This is Felicia. I'm from Texas. So my main mom named Christina, a.k.a. the personality and water champ, she used to have this theory on how the farts push the poop out.
Right.
And I know you discredited it and said there was no correlation, but I think there is maybe a slight difference between her theory and my theory, and I'd like to know what you think about my theory. I think that the farts don't push the poop out. They actually pull the poop out. I mean, give it a thought. When you have farts, there's going to be poop coming, and it's a vacuum, right? So you push the air out, which then pulls the shit down, which then is ready to come out.
Oh, my
and
God.
once the shit's out, you don't normally have after shit farts. So
Wow, I like this broad.
what do you think, Dr. Drew?
Well,
do the farts pull the shit out? Thanks a lot. Hope to hear from you. Have a great show.
He's like, bye.
Yeah.
So, your Mom's House listeners and viewers spend a lot of time.
Oh, is that what this is?
contemplating very weird stuff.
Yeah.
Cogitating on the strange.
Well, there's no answers for these things.
All right.
That's
So
why.
here's the deal. So gas forms within the colon
Mm-hmm.
because of the bacteria. It's just forming in there. And if you look at an X-ray of the colon, it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything. And your colon is doing this, moving everything through. Your colon pushes everything through. It's called
Aha.
peristalsis. And when it gets down into the ampulla, look at those pictures of
Whoa.
colons and gas. I mean, the one down there, the second on the bottom right, the
Yeah.
one to the left. There, the one from the left. That's your gas. That's a lot of
That's
gas.
gas.
And stuff in there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot of gas in there. And
Wow, that'll kill a Jew.
it could. Dov liked that one.
That's gas chamber bit.
I get you.
All right. I know you're on the. I know you're in the tribe.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Thank you.
All my heroes.
So where was I? So I was thinking the other day, strangely, this question came up and I debunked it, but then I thought, in a weird way, sometimes when people it gets into the ampulla and there's gas and stool there and you push, the fart does kind of push, it comes out in a little bit explosive.
Yes.
And so, that those muscles aren't perfect instruments down there. And so you're releasing the poo and the pop, the sort of follow on. Yeah. So to some extent at the very end, there's some push in some situations, but for the most part, all of it's just getting pushed through with peristalsis and it just gets where it gets and then it comes out.
Can I ask you a queef question?
Oh, of course.
So I don't know how I'm doing package wise. I'm a solid 6.
It's average.
Okay. But my gal queefs like it's going out of style. And does that mean I'm not filling it up all the way? Or what does that mean? I pull it out and it's like that thing at the auto park, with the wavy inflatable guy.
Yeah.
Just the labia.
Now here's the thing about that. Does it bother you at all?
No, I like it. I get it. I get in there and get a face full of air.
Yeah, you like it. And women get embarrassed
I
by it for
know.
no reason.
Well, I get it. Your vag is making a weird fart noise.
But it should be like you should laugh about it together. It should be
we laugh.
should
We
enjoy
laugh.
it. And
But I'm saying, is that something up with my fuck technique?
piston, right?
Yeah.
Pushing air in.
Yeah.
Maybe you're coming a little too far out.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that might reduce it a
like
little
a
bit.
all right.
But some people, that's just the nature of how they're sort of configured together. If that
Okay.
makes sense. I wouldn't worry about anybody's sizes or anything like that. It's just the nature of how things sort of
Connect.
flap as they're
I
moving.
see,
Right?
I
Does
see.
that make sense? And it
Yeah.
pushes a little bit in.
What about Susan? Is she blowing a little smoke downtown?
It sort of scares me a bit that you know my wife's name. But anyway.
I'm a fan.
But
Also, I fucked her. No, just kidding.
we've laughed a couple times, but
all
not
right.
regularly. Not
Okay,
regularly. But it's high comedy when it happens.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
it's the best.
ever.
It's better than the Chappelle special.
100%. Me and a couple of buddies were talking about free balling when one of them proceeds to tell us he has never done it. He only wears boxer briefs because he's afraid of getting his nuts tangled up with each other.
Tangled up?
With each other?
Like Christmas lights? How long are your balls, man?
Exactly.
I'm worried about that guy.
Apparently, he knows a guy who had this happen to them. The doctor had to cut open his bag. Oh, my God.
Oh.
He is not talking about that at all. Oh, my God. People are... our viewers. Let me finish reading it, then I'll tell you what this is. Is getting your testicle tubes tangled up a common injury? Should I be worried about it happening or go on letting my beaver bait swing free? Our guys have great command of language. Love your podcast. Keep them high and tight. So this is called testicular torsion.
Oh my gosh, there's a word for this?
It's not the get me a picture of a testicle or two testicles preferably.
I did not expect this.
It's not possible for them to get tangled up with each other. That's the most insane thing I ever heard in my time.
Okay, good. All right.
They are God separated them. There's testicular torsion. So okay, see that picture?
Oh, they're twisting.
The gray picture, yes.
Oh, like
that
a tire swing.
Exactly. Okay. On the right is a it twists on itself within the scrotum. And it can cut off its own blood supply.
Dr. Drew is showing me drawings, by the way.
Yes,
This is very professional, this podcast. He would not show me live footage.
No, that would be uncomfortable.
Of testicular
torsion.
Torsion.
Mm-hmm. So like you said, it's a tire swing. I like the way your mind works. It's like a lot of cool,
if we're gonna look at testicles, I gotta relate it to something fun, like
right.
Christmas or summer.
Christmas lights, tire swings, here we go. So and sometimes it will relieve itself, but sometimes you have to go in and surgically repair it, and it's a very serious thing because the testicle will die if the blood supply gets cut off, and it hurts like
the
crazy.
Testicle will die.
Yeah, and I would argue you can still free ball. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Well, there you go, buddy. Happy New Year. Have a great 2020. I'm looking forward to a great year here, and keep the voice messages and the voicemails coming and the emails. And we are soon going to have interaction with real calls, I'm hearing. And as you saw Tom and me recently commit to going out and having a little more with RPC out in the wild. So look forward to that. Again, everything's at DrDrew.com if you don't find it here at your mom's house. So do check it all out. We appreciate it very much. Have a great New Year. We'll see you next time. All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the DrDrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.